Welcome to Blake Street Banter, where one of us knows what the word banter means. The other two are just along for the ride. Tyler, say what's up.
What up? What up?
And we are joined by Seth Halvorsen. How you doing, big dog?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Bright and early over in Arizona. You're doing your thing, 8 o'clock, ready to go. But how's spring training going so far? How are we feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I got here I got here a little bit early, so I've been here for a few weeks. But feeling good. Looking forward to getting out there again, but it's been fun. Been fun to build up a little bit.
Yeah, and I understand that you're roommates with Chase Dolander. He was on a few weeks ago, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm rooming with Seth. We've been roommates for a few years now." What is the most annoying roommate habit that Chase Dolander has that only you could provide us?
Man, I really got nothing. He's a great roommate. He's a great dude. We accommodate each other well, and it's been fun to live with each other.
Yeah, is it pretty crazy that you guys were in Tennessee and now here you're doing it again 3-4 years later?
Yeah, and one of the 2 years out of Tennessee we were roommates, so it's pretty cool to be able to have him and to play with him, and then Beck also too. Play with them here. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice little pipeline, Tennessee to Colorado type thing. And then I joked with, I got to get it confirmed again. I joked with Chase. Do you guys sleep with radar guns under your pillows at all? With how fast you guys are throwing balls?
No, I don't have. I actually don't even own one. I don't think.
You probably.
I know we've asked Chase this. What do they feed you guys at Tennessee to get that gas going? I know we had Joyce come through right before you started pitching there. Chase Burns. What are they doing down there making this happen?
The food is good. It's like a cafeteria for all athletes. I think people ask me how are so many guys throwing so hard out of Tennessee. I think a little bit of Frank Anderson, the pitching coach, he's really good. But then also Quentin Eberhardt, the strength coach, he just does a really good job with what he does with the weight program and getting guys right when we get there in the fall, getting them on track for the spring, and then just kind of instills it in you to continue on with, the discipline and what he has, as far as just lifting wise. So I think that, a realistic answer, he's been
yeah, he's been pushing. You still carry some of that stuff over to the Rockies stuff now?
Yeah. Some of the arm care I continue to do. I think more of the lifting program. It's been more of the Rockies, but yes, I've used some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and then got to jump forward a little bit. You debuted last year, and from your college velos to Major League Baseball, it looked like everything kind of jumped around 3-4 miles per hour. What went into that? Were those adjustments or just the arm feeling a little bit better? How did you make that happen? Averaging 96 in college, averaged 100 in your big league debut last year.
Yeah, mine. So, 22, I was out that year with an injury. And they came back in 23, and kind of during that 23 season, it started, the velocity-wise, started creeping up a little bit. I was feeling good, feeling healthy. And then once I got drafted, I think I got drafted at maybe 225, maybe 230, and then I put on a quick 15 to 20 pounds just with the food here, and it was kind of intentional, and put on some decent weight, and I think that was helpful. And then just continue with the arm program, and I think the biggest thing was probably the weight. I think that was helpful, but then also just getting further away from that last injury, just getting more and more healthy, and it was good.
Yeah, with that extra time, because that injury hit when you were in Missouri, right?
I had one in Missouri and one in Tennessee. One in 2019 spring, and then one in 22 spring.
Okay. So going back to those Missouri days before the injury and all the story there, were you you're a highly prospect guy out of Minnesota, right? And you go in Missouri doing some hitting and all that kind of stuff. When was it the injury that kind of pushed you towards the pitching realm, the pitching world of it? Or how did that come about in Missouri, going from fielding to pitching?
Yeah, went in as a shortstop pitcher in my freshman year of college, and then pretty quickly got moved to the outfield. I just didn't have the hands for it, I think. Yeah, and so got hurt my freshman year, just pitched that freshman year, and then came back my sophomore year, which was 2020 season. Wasn't ready to pitch yet, but I did start in the outfield. I think we probably played like, you could fact check me on this, but I think we probably played like 17 games. I probably started 9 or so in center field.
Mm-hmm.
Had about 40 at bats, and it wasn't too pretty. I had a really good first game. First game of my position player start career. I went like 2 for 3 or 2 for 4 with a double and a home run. I was like, this is sweet.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. And then I think I had one extra, like, hustle double when it was my only extra base hit after that. And then, that season got canceled. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise because I got to build up my arm after that. They didn't try, because I was potentially going to pitch that 2020 season. Once I got healthy, but obviously I didn't have to because it was canceled. So that was nice. And then I got into my junior fall, and I was doing both pitching and hitting. First weekend of my junior year, I think I started center field first game, pitched the second game, maybe took a day off and then started center field or came in as a, replacement in like that third or fourth game. It was a 4-game series against GCU. And first, my at-bats were not pretty. And then second, it was just, I think it was a little much to do both, coming off of that. And then, so I was just like, all right, I think, I like pitching. I want to focus on pitching. So that was pretty much the point was that first weekend of my junior year.
Yeah, and you knew pretty quickly in that season, like, all right, yeah, we're just going to strictly focus on the pitching here.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining you now, the size you are now, manning center field, and just thinking like just a giant human just roaming center. It'd be
about
incredible.
30 pounds ago, I could run down a fly ball. I mean, I still think I could, but not
so. Yeah, if needed, Bud Black can put you out in center. So instead of pitchers or fielders pitching, we can do pitchers in the field.
Yeah,
I think you can handle it just fine. But yeah, so you're feeling good. So Missouri. Honestly, I wasn't quite familiar with your Missouri time as much before kind of researching this. But then you hit Tennessee. How did you end up going from Missouri to Tennessee and just like being that kind of dog for the Volunteers?
Yeah. I got in the transfer portal after my junior year. I learned a lot at Missouri, a lot of great people there, but I just thought it was best in my career to get new eyes, get fresh eyes, and then got in the transfer portal. That was that first year that you were able to transfer and not sit out. I think that was the first year. That was in 2021. Yeah. And so once I hit the transfer portal, just started getting calls, emails, and quickly built, a good relationship with Vitello and Frank Anderson. It was pretty cool. After, I'm pretty sure it was after that Drew Gilbert big home run. You guys remember that? I don't know. It was like a big home run to right field.
Who were you guys playing?
Oh, they were playing. I was in the transfer portal. It was Tennessee.
Oh,
but
I'm trying to think, because I mean he had a fun postseason, Drew Gilbert. I remember that for sure.
Yeah, he did. He had a huge home run, and it was
It's walk-off grand slam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and does it have the date on that right there?
3 years ago. I'm gonna try to bring it up if I can get it to load. Because I mean, if you're talking about it, let's take it back.
Yeah, really.
Up.
Yeah.
Let's get hype.
Down 3. Bottom of the 9th, bases loaded.
High fly, deep right, and Tennessee walks it off.
Yeah. So it was that same night that obviously emotions are high over there, but Frank Anderson still took the time to call me that same night, and I was like, all right, well, obviously he wants he wants to coach me. So I was like, all right, the relationship's there already, and so just continued to have a couple of phone calls there, and I was like, all right, yeah, I want to go there.
Yeah, making a phone call after that definitely has to show something to you as the guy receiving that phone call. That's huge.
Have you told Drew Gilbert that home run played a part in you becoming involved?
I don't know if I actually ever did. Yeah.
That's an awesome moment to be able to recall though, and the night after getting a call. So yeah.
Yeah, what a home run! I don't think I was familiar with that, but yeah. So now you did your thing in Tennessee, worked your way through it, the injury, and you're here now. Is it weird for you to make your spring training debut after you made your major league debut, or do you just not know any better?
No, it's all pretty simple. I go through my routine, and it's all just 60 feet 6 inches. So really just go out there. I love to compete, love to play. So when I'm given the opportunity to just go out there and play, so I don't take too much. I don't take that in for too much.
Yeah.
Well, and just looking back on everything to this point, I mean, does it feel like a blur since you were drafted and now you're here? You went through 4 minor league levels in just about a year. And how did you do that and not miss a beat?
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm very, very grateful. The Lord has blessed me, but yeah, I met a lot of people, a lot of fun people, a lot of great people, through the organization, which was great in a short amount of time. But yeah, just to be able to play through this organization, I like it a lot, and looking forward to this year.
Yeah, we are too. I've been enjoying watching you because I love your windup. It's very erratic, and it's just it's controlled, but it's like the most chaotic control ever, like as a pitcher. And I watched a lot of Yard Goats games, and I remember watching you. You it was in the same week. It was like Monday or Tuesday. Fastball, you weren't spotting it as well as you wanted to, or the off speed wasn't being able to be put where you wanted. Then I remember seeing you Thursday or Friday later that same week, and you just came out like 7 or 8 off speed pitches, just working on whatever control that was. So when you're working through your stuff and working through the system, at AA, are you working just to get people out? Are you working on the pitches, or what is it about throwing 7 straight off speed pitches? I guess how's that come about?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to I'm comfortable throwing any of my 3 pitches in any count, and I don't necessarily have a set idea of what I'm going to do to each hitter. It's kind of I know what my strengths are. I'm going to kind of read this at bat for this hitter, and I think if I think that 4, 5, 6, 7 sliders in a row to one hitter can be effective, then I'll do that. Or just heavy fastball, heavy changeup. I think it's more just kind of a feel, kind of a read thing, rather than this is something that I want to work on. I mean, because once I'm out there, I'm really just competing. I'm really just trying to find an out somewhere, execute a pitch.
Yeah, I mean, you did get the guy out with the constant off-speed stuff there. I just found that really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher do that, ever, in whether it's minor league or major league. So I was like, all right, Seth is just doing his thing. It was interesting to watch because your stuff is nasty, and so seeing the off-speed stuff go, it was pretty fun to watch. I liked it.
Yeah, and I mean, in that same vein, with your changeup coming from college to now, it seems like it's taken a pretty big jump. Do you feel that way, and how are you feeling about your changeup right now?
Yeah, I like it a lot. So they call it's kind of an untraditional changeup. I hold it. I don't really pronate. I just kind of go right down the middle. So it's kind of like a split changeup, or I think sometimes it gets called as a splitter. But yeah, it's been the same grip for a while. I just have made it better over time. I think I've gotten more used to it. I've learned how to execute that pitch better, and so and I'll continue to try and enhance it. But I just think over time, with the same grip, I've just been able to use that pitch a lot better.
And do you think this year you're going to try to I know the way that pitches move, you're probably not going to throw it a lot to righties, but do you think you're going to sequence that in a little bit more to righties this year, or just keep your system the way it's been?
Oh yeah, I definitely think that could be effective with righties. I think I did a couple times last year at the major league level, but yeah, not too many. So yeah, I definitely want to implement that a little bit more, to just have that, because I think it'd be effective.
All right, we are not going to take up too much more of your time. You have a whole day in front of you. So that question, if you were to build a Rockies pitcher with the best stuff in each category, who are you putting together? So build a pitcher using the Rockies bullpen tools, if possible. Fastball, breaking ball, command. Who are you putting together?
Fastball, I'm going to go Victor Vodnik. And go as, it's an elite fastball. Yeah, a very, very good pitch. And then the arm angle, the sweeper, I'm going to go Lawrence on his sweeper. And then what was the last one?
Command.
Probably Peralta. Peralta has the ability to command the baseball really well.
Yeah,
I'm going to go those three.
That's going to get a lot of people out. It's going to get a lot of people out. Seth, I appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Thank you for just spending some time hanging out with us, and go do your thing, and we'll be watching.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Seth.
Thank you.